bathtub if you can and ride out this storm. Now, the nice thing is they're moving pretty quickly to the east, around 30 miles an hour. So the storm will be clearing much of the tornado warned area probably in the next half an hour to 40 minutes. But if you do live just west of Louisville, along the southern Indiana region, this storm means some business here. It's packing quite the punch, marching east around 25 miles an hour. Right over Lanesville right now is where the area of rotation is, right along U.S. Highway area. Looks like Indiana Highway 62 and getting pretty close towards New Middletown. The area of rotation right now is right over just north of I-64 to the west of Georgetown. Right where you see the reds and the green meet, that is where we're noticing some broad rotation within this thunderstorm, and that's where there actually could be a tornado that is underway right now. This area of rotation did a couple of minutes ago pass just to the south of New Salisbury and right over Indiana 135, making its way towards Crandall right now and eventually into Georgetown. Again, it is also packing winds up to around 60 miles an hour. We're noticing a chance for some hail as well. Very heavy rainfall. These thunderstorms are extremely moist. So when you get that, you don't even know where the tornado is. It's just hard to tell with how much moisture is generally in the air. So please make sure you are writing out this tornado warning and getting to the lowest level of your home as it's continuing to drift its way to the east around 25 miles an hour. So here in Louisville, we're going to be noticing the storm inching in very soon on the western fringe of the city. Just to the east of Corydon, we can expect this tornado warning. Brandenburg, we're also dealing with another thunderstorm popping up your direction. So again, a lot of this activity staying south of Louisville right now, south and west, is not severe, but this whole line of storms means it's packing quite the punch and means a lot of business as it does drift to the east pretty quickly, around 30 miles an hour or so. So if you're tuning in right now from the Knobs, New Albany, Georgetown, Lanesville, even Portland, this tornado warning is going to be inching into your area here pretty soon. Here's actually a look once again at the velocity on this storm. If you live in Georgetown right now, you live towards Edwardsville, right along Interstate 64, we're noticing that broad area of rotation within this thunderstorm. So along Indiana Highway 62, just south of Georgetown, that's where the active tornado could be right now that is underway and is continuing to really impact these communities. So if you live in West Louisville, you have a couple more minutes to spare, please get to the lowest level of your home as this very vigorous thunderstorm marches eastward and produces that tornado warning that is posted for those of you that are in Floyd County, and as well as just extreme eastern Harrison County right now. So again, another look at this storm. We are continuing to be noticing that this band of showers and storms is really producing a possible tornado that may be on the ground right now. This is right along I-64, just south of Greenville, and this storm continuing to trek its way towards Louisville here pretty soon. I'll get the estimated time of arrival on this tornado warning, just so you get an idea of when exactly this severe thunderstorm and tornadic storm is going to inch its way into the metro. We're looking at closer to about 1:30 in Louisville with this tornado warning. Jeffersonville around 1:31, St. Matthews probably closer in the east end, probably closer to about 1:37 this afternoon. Shively around 1:30. So this storm obviously is producing a tornado. It's right over the Knobs right now. So if you live in the Floyd's Knobs area along U.S. Highway 150, in Floyd County in general, please seek shelter. Get to the lowest level of your home. It's likely going to be crossing the border into Kentucky here pretty soon into Jefferson County. So again, this area that we're really concerned about, and if you do live in Edwardsville, get down into the lowest level of your home in the basement, preferably just south of Georgetown. That's where the big concern is right now for an active tornado that is underway. Now, it looks like there was no tornado actually spotted. This is radar indicated, but you need to be taking this seriously just in case there is an actual tornado that is underway right now and has not been spotted. This warning goes until 1:45 this afternoon, and it does include those of you in the counties of Floyd County, Indiana, and even in portions of Harrison County. So South Central Harrison County and South Central Floyd counties. If you live in these areas, please get to the lowest level of your home. Do not take any risks. And make sure you wrap yourself in plenty of blankets. Maybe have a helmet at home. You can put that on as well to protect you, just in case this tornadic storm is actually producing a confirmed tornado. I'm looking around the rest of the storm to see if there's any other areas of rotation, but from what I see just south of Georgetown, making your way on I-64, that's where we are noticing that broad rotation in the storm, and this is one of those important times where you please need to get to the lowest level of your home and ride out this possible tornado as it does march its way eastward, right around 35 to 40 miles an hour. This whole line of storms really producing a lot of lightning with it. So regardless of if you're in the tornado or not, just bring those 4th of July plans inside. This is not a risk you want to be taking because even if you're not in the tornado warning, you're likely dealing with very heavy rainfall, difficult visibility, and very frequent lightning as well with these storms. Of course, the tornado warning does go until 1:45 Eastern time, just to the west of Louisville. New Albany, you're included in this tornado warning. Portland, pretty soon. I wouldn't be surprised if the National Weather Service does extend this for Metro Louisville. But right now, the storm is marching east around 40 miles an hour. It is producing a possible tornado that is underway just to the east of Georgetown, close to the Knobs, Edwardsville, New Albany. So this storm's going to be marching towards the Sherman-Minton Bridge in much of I-64 pretty soon, towards the interchange with US Highway 150 and I-64, Cord and Pike. You're possibly going to be picking up this tornado warning pretty soon, or this active tornado that could be occurring. But again, the main area of rotation within this storm that we're mainly concerned about and where the possible tornado could be underway is right along I-64 as you get just west of Edwardsville and south of Georgetown. That's where the big concern is at this hour for a possible tornado that could be on the ground right now. So you don't want to take chances with this. If you live in the Knobs right now, you live in Edwardsville, towards New Albany, Clarksville, Portland, Jeffersonville, even towards the Caesars Casino, down to the south along Indiana 111. Please make sure you don't take any chances in this. Get to the lowest level of your home, just south of the Knobs. That's where there could be an active tornado that is underway, and that's why the National Weather Service in Louisville has issued a tornado warning that is possibly impacting much of southern Indiana right now. It's a very nasty line of storms right now, marching into Louisville as we speak. On the west end, Georgetown, the Knobs, south of Starlight, Sellersburg. Of course, this tornado warning does go until 1:45, so probably going for the next 20 to 25 minutes, and it's going to be impacting Metro Louisville here pretty soon. This tornado, of course, is not confirmed by weather spotters, but the radar indicated rotation within this tornadic storm as it continues to march towards New Albany pretty soon. The Knobs, Clarksville, Jeffersonville as we speak. You can see that there's a lot of lightning with this storm as well. Here's actually a quick lightning tracker as to how much lightning we are seeing with this thunderstorm. Basically, the radar is taking a nice broad look at this storm, 3D image, and estimating up to 328 lightning strikes have been affecting this area for the past couple of minutes. So very electrically charged storms, and they're drifting to the east around 25 to 30 miles an hour, and we are looking at the potential for a tornado warning, or a tornado that is possibly on the ground right now towards the I-64 corridor in extreme southern Indiana. I'm going to put velocity on this so you get an idea of where the possible rotation is within this thunderstorm. It looks like the rotation is kind of weakening, which is good news. But it's just staying south of Edwardsville and towards New Albany right now. So you have a couple minutes to make sure in West Louisville, if you live in Portland, Parkland, California neighborhood, anywhere west of I-65 right now, I would make sure you are getting to the lowest level of your home, getting prepared, finding your safe space, and getting ready just in case this area that I just circled has a tornado and is producing a tornado as it drifts eastward around 25 miles an hour. This is something you want to be taking very seriously. Do not be taking it too lightly. And of course, today could sneak up on you because it's the 4th of July. A lot of us are outside spending it. Outside, of course, for the 4th of July. These storms are, obviously tornadic and severe, to say the least. So this is something you don't want to be taking risks with as this tornadic storm does march a little bit closer to Metro Louisville and maybe producing and a tornado with it. So the main story and area right now that we're keying in on for that potential for a tornado possible is towards New Albany, the Knobs right now, Georgetown, Lanesville. This tornado warning does go until 1:45. If you reside anywhere within this area, please make sure you get into the lowest level of your home right now. This storm is basically crossing the Ohio River and getting close to West Louisville here pretty soon. Towards Shively, Pleasure Ridge Park, the west end. This is where we are noticing the storm getting out of the higher terrain spots of Floyd County and getting into West Louisville. Well, it looks like they did cancel the tornado warning, which is good news. So that means that right now we're actually clear of a tornado threat. I repeat, we're now clear of a tornado threat anywhere in Louisville and extreme southern Indiana. We're going to keep everybody posted on if they are going to be kind of reissuing a new warning, but this is something to be monitoring for sure. Definitely some good news. This means that the National Weather Service did notice there's been a weakening trend in this storm. But if you still want to be precautious and ride this out and be careful, I would still suggest staying inside. Don't take any risks with this tornado warning that is posted. But again, the area of rotation that they've been concerned about at the National Weather Service is right there, south of Edwardsville. That area of the storm is going to march into West Louisville here pretty soon. But for now, we're giving it the go, and we're noticing that it's staying a little bit quieter than originally anticipated. And the National Weather Service did go ahead and cancel that tornado warning. Regardless, though, just a quick little update before we toss it back to regular scheduled programming. There's a lot of lightning with this storm just over Hardinsburg towards Patesville, Brandenburg included in Valley Station. Here in Louisville on the west end, we're going to be noticing this big batch of showers and storms inching into our area. If you do live on the east end, you have a little bit of time to get inside, bring in your patio furniture. Here in downtown, we're going to be seeing the storms arriving very soon. And this storm, again, is not tornadic, but there is a lot of lightning with this with this strong thunderstorm as it drifts to the east closer to about 30 miles an hour and impacting cities like Goshen pretty soon, Sellersburg, Jeffersonville, Clarksville, New Albany, Shively, Pleasure Ridge Park. You're going to be under the gun here for a stronger storm pretty soon. It's producing a lot of lightning with it. You don't want to take risks. Of course, even if it's not producing a tornado, this storm means big time business as it drifts off to the east. And I know everybody wondering what the rest of the 4th of July does entail for your area. I'm actually going to pop up our Futurecast really quick just to give you a little bit of a look as to what you can expect for the rest of the day today. The nice thing is for fireworks, we are going to be trending drier. So fireworks actually in Louisville and for much of our area, we're giving it actually a mild setup. Temperatures will be in the 80s, which is good news if you're going to be going to Waterfront Park or just spending it outside in general for later on festivities of the 4th of July. But that's some good news that they did go ahead and cancel that tornado warning that was posted just west of Louisville and was impacting much of southern Indiana. Putting it all together on Futurecast real quick before we do toss it back to regular scheduled programming. Here's how we're looking for the rest of the afternoon. These storms will drift to the east with time. Notice closer to about 3 or 4 in the afternoon, the better risk for a storm will be down to the south. And notice as well that temperature difference, 90s down to the south, will be in the 80s and even upper 70s across southern Indiana. And with time, these storms will drift their way to the east and southeast and give way to a pretty quiet evening ahead when it comes to any kind of festivities for the 4th of July later on this evening. Now, I also want to mention as well, there is a new severe thunderstorm warning that is posted. This one just came in. This one's actually posted for Fort Knox, West Point, just to the west of Shepherdsville. This warning actually goes until about 2 o'clock this afternoon. 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts with this storm, where it's towards West Point, Elizabeth, Hughes Landing, Rock Haven. We're also noticing New Boston within this severe thunderstorm warning. So again, this warning goes until 2 o'clock this afternoon. We're basically just looking at after some 60-mile-an-hour wind gusts with this storm as it drifts to the east, closer to about 30 to 40 miles an hour. It looks like one quick look at the metro before we send it back to regular scheduled programming. And we're just watching some very heavy rainfall moving into the west end of Louisville, Portland, Parkland neighborhood, California pretty soon, Park Duval, towards Churchill Downs here, Shively, University of Louisville. This is where that big band of storms is going to be inching into our area and producing some frequent lightning, very heavy rainfall with it. And a quick heads up for those of you that are celebrating the 4th of July outdoors, make sure you are being safe. Do not take risks in these thunderstorms. And just one quick heads up, of course, one last reminder that active severe thunderstorm warning down to the south does go until 2 o'clock. The tornado warning has now been canceled. That was posted west of Louisville. For now, we're going to send it back to regular scheduled programming. We'll keep you posted if there's any more severe weather threats in Louisville or any other tornado warnings that are issued for the area.